Run the thing. Richard out with the game, we no fear of it. Pulsechain and rise, I'm in number full of speed. HEX Pulschain, we stop them in on the Rolex. Incentive token, power like diamond, big no flex. It's a Richard out that run the crypto scene. NCC, try to test, but we mash up the scheme. Pulsechain, a bubble leverage, we make it clean. Expand the rise, my bank account looking mean. Lamborghini doors, them a fly like bird. World's largest diamond, on my wrist, that's my word. Rolex for me and every tick, every top. Me invest in the best, nobody watch the stock. Richard out with the game, we no fear of it. Pulsechain and rise, I'm in Lambo full of speed. HEX Pulschain, we stop them in my Rolex. Incentive token, power like diamond, big no flex. No walk through the streets, no well car, I Pulsechain at the future, I that we are right. Richard out lead the way, SSC, just up the bride. My chain, heavy, my success can't deny. We make the crypto world bow down, pay respect. Pulsechain at the move, it's a global project. Incentive token, pay my big checks, me collect. The Lambo them a roll out cash. Richard out with the game, we no fear of it. Pulsechain and rise, I'm in Lambo full of speed. HEX Pulschain, we stop them in my Rolex. Incentive token, power like diamond, big no flex. We said the future bright, me not take no loss. Richard out, mash up the SOC, them not the boss. HEX pa my mind, every dollar me toss. Pulsechain for the people, we never double cross. Rolex pa my wrist, diamonds, them a clean. Lambo them a line up like a royal team. Biggest diamond in the world, my vision like a dream. Richard out lead the way, the kid Richard out with the game, we no fear of it. Pulsechain and rise, I'm in Lambo full of speed. HEX Pulschain, we stop them in my Rolex. Incentive token, power like diamond, big no flex. We said the future bright, me not take no loss. Richard out, mash up the SOC, them not the boss. HEX pa my mind, every dollar me toss. Pulsechain for the people, we never double cross. Rolex pa my wrist, diamonds them a gleam. Lambo them a line up like a royal team. Biggest diamond in the world, my vision like a dream. Richard out lead the way, big keep real short round with the game, we no fear of it. Pulsechain and rise, I'm in Lambo full of speed. HEX Pulschain, we stop them in my Rolex. Incentive token, power like dash, no fly high. For real, we are the dance, the crypto kings. Richard out a lead, with the top of the things. Richard out a lead, with the top of the things.
What the hex is you guys talking about?
Good morning, you guys. When Bob's.
Hello, everyone.
What the hex is going on, ladies and gentlemen?
The MC is more vocal, so when you're speaking a voice like that and you're selling over 100,000 albums, you're touching so many people. They're taking what you're saying to them, and they're hoping that you are what you talk. And I tell it to Guru every day, yo, let's be about everything we drop, because we're going to get tested on it. If the people on the street don't test us on it, God's going to test us on it.
That's kind of crazy, right? Like, it's kind of crazy.
I think people construe what you're saying as in you're hating on Richard. And that's why some people
let them. Because the thing, all right, let me set the record straight right now. I'm a huge Richard Hart fan. I love Richard Hart to bits, mate.
Louder for the people in the back.
I love Richard Hart, yeah.
After an unsuccessful harvest, why did the farmer decide to try a career in music? Because he had a ton of sick beats. Booyah.
He dies chart, it goes to die. It's die versus die. So my question is this. Wait, let me ask the whole question.
Somebody's got a hot mic.
Question, dude.
Dude,
Let me ask the whole fucking
question.
question. Let me ask the whole question. Let me ask the whole question. Gary. Let me ask the whole.
You got pissed off that Bitcoin crashed, and you thought that you were gonna get fucking rich, and then then that didn't happen. So instead, you decided to roll your own shitcoin and create something. Like so that's my perception. So tell me, like, what's the driver behind why you're doing what you're doing? Because it can't be just like this idea of I just want to make. You're not Jesus Christ, out here sacrificing yourself to make people fucking rich.
I am so glad you asked that. As a matter of fact, that question is so good, people are going to think that I paid you to ask that. Hi, I'm Richard Hart. I'm the best human being in this entire industry. So I'll just give you some proof of that real quick. If you scroll back to my oldest YouTube videos, long before I ever mentioned crypto to anybody publicly, I get people to stop smoking, stop drinking, stop gambling, stop trading, drink more water, be healthier human beings. I've published multiple self-help books for free that you can go download at t.me/sci-vive. I have received thousands of emails from people whose lives I have saved. I've also raised $27 million for medical research to save your life. So as far as people in cryptocurrencies go, I'm basically like a god. So even people that hate me, I get money raised to save their lives. People that have their coins on exchange and get wrecked trading, I save their lives. I get them to delay gratification.
See, this is why I asked you the question in the beginning is like, why do you do what you do? Is that you're trying to get rich? Like, I don't care.
I've been rich and retired since 2003. I had a 150 employee company doing 60 million a year turnover in 2003 when I retired at the age of 25. I started mining Bitcoin when it was 50 cents.
You haven't answered me.
Yes, because I'm fixing everything. The reason I'm a self-help author, the reason I raised $27 million for charity, the reason I raised multiple billions of dollars for freedom of movement and freedom of speech is because I deeply care about these things. I've been rich and retired for decades, plural. I've run out of shit to buy. I have $5 million of watches I don't even set the time on. I'm wearing 2 of them to troll. This one's $1 million on its own. But this isn't what I actually care about. I only have all this clown mode stuff to flex on people because it's what they understand.
What the heck?
What the heck?
What the heck?
What the restream?
What the restream?
We're back. We're back. We're so back.
You're back. I'm here all the time, all of the time, all of the time, in every time.
Shout out. Thanks for holding down the show last week, and you have to do it again next week.
Yay me.
I'm not trusted with technology, so I have no responsibility.
We don't give you the keys.
Never get the keys. I've never gotten a key in my life.
That's good safety practice.
He's the co-star, but I have to run it.
Well, put Peter up in the co-star chair. I like to get the lower altitude.
Star of the show.
Yes. Welcome everybody.
Hello.
How many people are here already?
So how you guys doing? How you guys been? I've been at the dentist today. I lost this one tooth in a bar fight.
Really?
And
cool.
Thank God you said bar fight.
Were you beating on haters?
Yeah, the haters. I had to get it replaced with ceramics. Cost $1,000. I could have bought the dip with that.
That's nothing. It's like 7 times more expensive for mine in Tokyo. God damn it! I should be moving to Germany, where they got germs.
We got insurance too.
Oh, probably next time buy a ticket to Germany.
I could have done that.
Tooth fixed.
Or Turkey. Turkey's another good option.
Hey, DJ, did it take like 10 visits? And they
7.
7. It takes about a year.
Precise.
It takes about a year to complete, right?
No, we got it done in like 2 months or so, but it
implant?
Was very annoying. Yeah.
Implant or just a cap or just
a cap. It's a cap.
Oh, okay. So you just got a.
They flexed out the old one and then glued the cap on top of it.
I got a full implant with the root and the screw, and it takes a year.
Oh, the screw,
yeah. They screw it into your jaw, and then they wait for your jaw to say, "Oh, I'll accept this as a tooth."
Yeah,
So it's fun. I hope I never have to go through that crap again, but I kind of know I will. So I'm hoping for the bull run, so that I can afford a tooth.
I can't recommend the procedure, but you got to do what you got to do.
Oh, I love it. And neglect
it is
your
what
mouth.
it is till it ain't.
Yeah.
So first topic.
Why would you get your teeth fixed? You're on the death's door. It's just wasted money, man.
You son of a bitch. Yeah, that's true. I should just
leave it for your grandkids, man.
Yeah, just say I didn't enjoy chewing things, but here's another $7,000 in my inheritance.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's $7K.
Well, first topic on the What the Hex Digest. We have a hater.
Oh,
talk
Where?
about the haters, baby.
Of us specifically, or of the
ecosystem? Yeah. We have a hater because last week was a. No, actually, it wasn't last. Forget about last week.
Yeah, I'd like to forget about last week.
The week before, we had Crispy Man on, who's in the chat right now.
Hello, Crispy Man.
Who also ran away with our super chat money. Shout out.
Wait a minute. Can we stop for a second? A public service announcement.
Yes.
We love that people
love the super chat
and they restream and then they live feed on their X channels. If you want to give a super chat, we'll probably be fooled and read your super chat anyway, but that goes to the person that's restreaming it. So
you gotta make sure you're on the right channel.
Exactly. Please, if you're gonna look, we're not out to take anybody's money, but if you feel inclined and you want to throw a super chat out,
it helps with the algorithm.
It helps with the algorithm.
That's
and
what it's all about.
StreamYard keys are someday we'll get a StreamYard key that we can afford again. And so there you go.
But in the comment section of that very stream, which had 600 views, one of our best streams in history, we had somebody here.
Yes.
Can you read this?
Oh, I can't.
Chris Von Cube. I canceled the stream. The stupid laughter is annoying. People lose a lot of money here, and like me, I don't feel like laughing at all.
That's the fucking reason we're here, man.
What do we
like
say
to like to laugh through the bear market. It's the only way to go, though, man.
That's our way to cope with the
absolutely
with the
therapy.
Yes.
Bear market. Still.
Yes.
After some time of going down, after 2.5 years, you start to create this emotional crust on your heart.
Yeah.
Emotional. You know what? And I think that Somi would agree with me. You should be grateful that we have so many red candle days. Why? Think of all the poor people that don't even have candles.
Mr. Papa Boner.
Yes, Somi. Thank you. Validated.
That's very.
That was so
this kind of humor is tasteless.
It's so unscripted.
I am not endorsing using the voice
Don't laugh.
of retarded people in the stream.
Yes.
It's not
no
funny.
More laughing. Okay? Serious faces only.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, we also lose. We're down bad, brother.
DJ cannot afford to pay for
look at my
StreamYard. He's paying for Restream because it's cheaper.
And then something with a bar fight happens. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
So,
these are tears of cope, and it's great.
Yeah.
Because we can lean on each other and lean on you, chat people, and get through this. We went through the whole bear market. For 3 years, most of the whole time that we've been streaming, it's not over. That's right. It's a prolonged resurfacing, reflaring up red candle bear market. We got 2 days of green, so we should be grateful.
Yeah, we should be grateful. And just to be clear, we're not making fun out of anyone
absolutely
losing money. We hate people losing money. We're losing money too. It's just our way to get by, to cope. Exactly. So let me say hi to the chat. We get Avalon first. We have 2 days of green. Like Papa B said, what the hex? It must be a bull run. Yeah, this is Trump is acting like Richard. It's like
don't work for you.
It's like the market has decided we should put some tariffs.
No.
And then 2 days later, let's negotiate for another 9 days. And the chart goes.
You don't get him. He's
yeah.
a businessman. He's doing it for himself and his friends.
He probably bought before he
Of course he
tweeted it.
If you had the power to manipulate the stock market,
exactly,
wouldn't you use it?
Yeah.
You would be dumb. You would be stealing from yourself if you would not do that stuff.
Yeah, but,
Come on,
Peter, there's a really funny thing that a friend of mine said. He says, I find it really odd that that the leader of the most powerful country in the free world would tank the entire global economy just to make maybe another $10 million.
Why not?
And
It's
you know
just
what
numbers.
Wait. And then I said, hey, hold on a second. Before you say this, I lived through the George W. Bush days when for 8 years, the commander in chief blatantly with the Carlyle Group was putting all of the no bids and all of the big business through the military orders and everything for all of Desert Storm. All of it went to the Carlyle Group, and it was just out in the open. It was just theft out in the open. We didn't say anything, and now we're saying without any evidence. Certainly, he must be screwing around with things to enrich his billionaire friends. I've never seen any fucking evidence of this, and this is why blockchain's important. Because if somebody does something bad on the permanent ledger, we can call them out on it. But there is nothing that I've seen that, like, Trump is calling imaginary billionaire,
well, the team behind the Melania token just took out $30 million. Yeah, rocked it last night.
That's nice. We knew, but
really?
That's different.
Yeah. It's just a meme coin.
No expectations.
No expectations. Anyway, so
that's how you do it. People
Yes.
in our community should learn how to do it.
Shout out to Crispy Man. Check out hexfire.io. We got DJ Dougie number 3 in here. When Bob's always in the intro.
Always.
We got Tam in the house. Good to see you.
Hey, Tam.
And then what's this? Free ES space auction. Oh god, the treasury guy, the treasury shills in the chat. That's some.
How about we stop
shit.
mentioning anything else than core coins?
We're not done with that. That's Hex Glan is here.
Nice.
Oh, let me check. Faz Abdul in the house. Still here for the tech. Canadians,
Right.
eh?
Yeah.
Fucking nice people, eh?
50
That's my
first.
Canadian impression. Thank you. Angry Salad Man is here. Maddie Allen in the house. Titty Flex. That's a nice name. Did somebody say flex? Bright Light with the dental advice. They make plastic teeth that are cheaper. Yes, sir. You have the option here with plastic, or you pay a little more and then you get the ceramic thing. And since I don't want to do this procedure again in 2 years' time, I went for the more expensive
Plastic.
version. But that's just me.
Sounds bad. Yeah.
That sounds healthy.
It does.
Microplastic.
Katame, I just want the hex. Believe in yourself is in the house. Pain can inspire some of the very best humor. You see, we have an audience that does understand.
Yes.
Toby, we're doing TA with Toby today. Hopefully, see some green candles in these channels of his. Archie S checking in. Man, that's a live crowd. Hex Static Guy, good to see you. Ram Lost just subscribed and liked. Thank you very much.
Oh, nice.
Hit the like and subscribe. Also, I want to mention we have 3 What the Heck Supra member ships right now. That's our paid group where you get 0 alpha. what do they get, probably?
Nothing.
It's just a pan, and there's a handle on the pan.
Oh, it's a pan.
So we are like panhandling, you see.
Do they get the a mug? No.
No, you don't get a mug.
They don't get a mug.
You get a shirt? No.
No.
You get
no shirt.
our undying love? Not even
No
that.
shirt.
No. Nothing.
So Alan Fizame is a member. What the hex? No.
The Supra members should get this very cool armband.
Yes. Hex on Air
With the
was a
Hex
super
logo.
member. Hex Orion
Hex
is
logo,
now
sure.
a super member. And we got a guy called Hex Vietnam. So he's checking us out from Da Nang, from the Mekong Delta. But he is a What the Heck super member, so we salute you guys.
Very nice.
Thank you for the support.
Is it who I am think he is?
No.
We don't know. We probably not. Because
I think it's just
nobody
trolling.
watches this show.
Yeah.
Nobody watches this show.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No.
but we appreciate the love. That's very, very, very kind.
It's very nice.
So what do we do here?
Well, I will suggest a thought experiment.
Oh.
So there is this theory that Richard watches this stream for some reason. I don't know why.
Every week, religiously.
Okay. So let's
replay gang.
If he does that, maybe we can talk to him.
Yes.
Because the other parts of the week he talks to some people through the blockchain. We know about it. That's a joke, by the way.
Vietnamese as well.
But now now we can talk to him. So maybe
yes. Hey Richard.
Let's talk to the Lord and suggest maybe this one little small idea that maybe he should endorse people who are not pushing bullshit on the community. That's just my idea.
So wait, let me get this straight. You call him the Lord, so he's this supreme being, and then you're asking
supreme
him
leader.
favors.
Supreme leader.
When does that ever work? Don't they say that God works in mysterious ways?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, very mysterious.
Very mysterious out of Dubai. What?
Hey,
can we not super chat comments show the da?
Can we not?
Why are you clicking on those things?
No, just
what?
Spending my time while you are ranting.
Well, I'm ranting. I'm
highlighting the people listening.
I'm pretty soon. I'm to the level that I can't own a home anymore. I'll be ranting as well.
Well, I think Richard doesn't endorse anyone because that's part of the reason why he unfollowed.
Yeah, but maybe a lesson for the future.
Even me, he unfollowed.
And
I still keep sending him DMs though, but he never responds.
DJ, maybe
but
maybe you should step up
section.
your DJ game. You know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe I suck. But hey, he opened the comment section. That's newsworthy.
What's that about?
You know, that everybody can now reply under his comments. And some people so it's not a trope. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, this is Hex only show, sir. So sorry about that. But we still appreciate you guys tuning in.
Let's just mention the core coins.
Yes, please.
The comment section, and I was always checking on the court docket. Let me just share that. If
yeah. What's the news there?
Nothing. That's there's nothing new. So people have this theory that the fact that he opened the comment section all of a sudden, which he didn't do for the last 2 years, that it's maybe he's speaking to us through the X, that something is about to happen here, or that something with the red notice thing is probably ironed out. Who knows?
What? Who is speculating this?
People on the Twitters.
But
those are stupid ideas because I got them first.
The red notice being ironed out. What small crumb of evidence
he
do we
will
have?
be wanted for the rest of his life in Dubai. Okay,
He's safe.
It's a gilded cage to be locked in. It's okay.
Yeah,
he can do everything he needs there, like sweat or call to worship at 7 a.m.
Yeah,
and he'll be a happy guy there.
But he's been awfully quiet for the past 2 weeks up until, Monday, Tuesday-ish. Then he was talking about the Trump.
Those are the days when he can talk.
U.S. Justice Department disbands cryptocurrency enforcement unit. To which Wales only said, nah.
That's why Melania got wrecked.
Yeah,
exactly.
Hey.
Then we're talking about tires.
Nice.
What's that about?
The tires.
Is
People
he buying new cars?
People think it's to do with pumped out tires. Other people say maybe he's been in a car accident. I don't know. There's so much speculation.
What?
Car accident in Dubai.
Yeah. Can drive down there.
What do you what can you slow this down for me? I haven't seen any of these tweets in the last how early
You are living under a rock.
You're living under a rock.
Under the rock.
You come to the show and like tra-li-la-li-la, what's happening? I see.
Yes, I come here for the news.
I
I come here for the news, Peter. Like you prepare any more than me. Come on.
So
I don't prepare, but I just look at the direct hex plebs.
Let me ask you when did this tweet come out?
Know.
When did this tweet come out? Right here.
2 days ago.
Well, I've been in a chemically based induced coma for 48 hours. So shut the fuck up.
And he's adding tirereviews.com. So, and he is saying, would you prefer to avoid a car accident or collide at 5, 10, 15, or 43 miles per hour? You and your loved ones should have the best possible tires. Some good life advice here. So the Pirellis have, if I'm reading this right,
P0.
The Pirelli P0 have the best brake action. Or is it the Sunny NA? I'm a Michelin guy, you see.
Me too.
I'm in the
Michelin
middle.
Guy. Yeah. That's where all the fun stuff happens, is the middle.
I'm on the Michelin and Continental bandwagon, so
yeah. Michelin, because we're from Europe. There you go.
Yeah, come for the hex stuff and stay for the tire advice.
Stay for the tire advice. So Suzanne Haxican is also burning some rubber. Check this out. Nice, huh? That's the hex wrapped Toyota. It's probably a Toyota Supra.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
It's GR86, I think.
It's GT86. Yeah, drifting away somewhere in, I think this is actually in Dubai or something like that. Although the trees in the back.
What?
The hill.
No, that's.
I thought it's somewhere Middle East. Or maybe it's Turkey. She's also a lot in.
Maybe
in Turkey.
Aren't they rebranding? They're not called Turkey anymore. They're Turkey.
the lira is down bad. They're all buying crypto now. Then I'm sharing some old stuff that I've been pushing on since February. So if you want to hear February's news,
back to February, back when we were hurting even worse.
Exactly. If you want to hear February's news, then you came to the right place. So there's a new community site, PLS Start Me Up, which has all the community tools and also features a link to B9, believe it or not.
Hey!
Another shitcoin. Great.
Shut up, Peter.
Mr. Papa Boner.
Yes, sir. Tell me. I am right. Thank
you. There is a new batch of Bitcoin miners. Very affordable, actually. They only cost $400. Check this out.
Yeah, hold on a second.
nice.
That was something that was done during the ICO phase. They had that type of operation. Same thing. And then people plugged them in. They're like, I can't get any Bitcoin at all. I can't compete for the hash rate. Can't
You
get
get
anything.
nothing.
But they test them before shipping, right?
Sure.
Well, the guy with the Birkenstock shoes, I'm not sure if he's testing anything. But no, the way this works is that these are like lottery miners, which is an interesting concept. So you are plugged into some kind of network, and then when that pool is picked, that whole pool then mines one full block or something, and then everybody who had a miner connected with the shit, so you're not actually providing any hash power or whatever. It's literally
so it's
just
a scam within a
Yes.
scam.
Yeah.
Oh.
And those little blades do nothing. It's just blank silicon blades.
But it's a very fancy price ticker display because the miner has a little LED screen.
Wow,
which you can
LED
put on your desk.
screen.
Wow.
So
Sign me up.
It's an expensive price ticket.
You know what's better than that, DJ?
Yes.
Legitimately validating on Pulsechain.
Yes, sir.
Thank
That's what we recommend.
I thought you were saying mining Hex.
Yes. No, not currently. So Richard is down bad. That's
We are down bad.
That's the bag here. Whew, I thought this was the floor here, but man.
No.
Thank God he's retired.
Pump
That's
that
right.
tire up.
But if you're living in the Czech Republic, Peter, your neighbors, there's a new law that there is now tax-free sale of Bitcoin, whatever, after 3 years of holding.
3
That's
years.
bullshit.
It's a new law.
Yeah, but
in Germany is 1 year.
But the stocks and ETFs and all that crap just gets 1 year. So
okay.
It's very fair. Very fair.
That's very fair for crypto.
Cheaper Bitcoin, Uber alles.
So you buy Bitcoin, no tax advice, you guys, and no financial advice either.
You should buy core coins.
Core coins. Thank you.
Not most.
Then
that's bullshit coin.
We're getting a new block explorer, you guys, and we will have these people on the show in 2 weeks from now.
Awesome.
PLSC group, they're from Scandinavia, Norway, I think, and they're issuing a new block explorer, which looks very nice and sleek and fast and has all the bells and whistles that we always wanted.
Thank God.
And we are actually have been invited to beta test. Is that correct?
Yes, we are. And
Well, we
somebody
will beta test
leaked the
hell out of
link
it.
yesterday on the Twitters, but
No.
it wasn't me. So it's out there for everybody really to beta test right now.
Beta
But
test.
yeah.
So maybe Richard can point to these guys, maybe. But there is no coin they will sell, right? It's
They
just
have a
block
coin,
explorer.
but they sold
Fuck
that
them! Fuck them!
No.
Fuck!
They
Name
have-
it their coin!
Peter.
No,
Peter.
Peter, relax,
Peter,
relax.
easy for a second.
Settle down. No, they have a coin, but they sold that already
bullshit.
2 years ago. This one they're doing really for the love for the community, and it's called the Midgard Block Explorer. So check that
Yes.
out, and we will have those guys on the show for an interview to run us
Can't wait.
through everything. Oh yeah, it's going to be great.
Nice.
Peter will be there. And Crypto Coffee has a tweet, which is also old. So I'm really running through the old but important stuff here now.
It's
Because
okay.
we
I
always
have
had
Alzheimer's,
guests.
so it's all
Yeah,
new to me.
Alzheimer. We always had guests, and we never had time to look at these things. So,
Right.
and he is very much on the bullseye here. Pumped Up Tires is burning PLS, and it's actually true. If I look at these are the charts for Pulsechain, and down here, active wallets on the go. And where is it here? You see? So ever since, so it's April 25, it's real. So ever since Pumped Up Tires launched, Pulsechain has been burning more coins than they have been issued by the validators. And you see here the Pulse supply change is in Gobbling Town.
Thank God the price is going up.
It's awesome.
Thanks to this.
So if the price was to ever go up, we're sitting nicely.
One day, man, I can feel it in my
Gotta happen eventually. So we're sitting nicely.
Every blind squirrel eventually finds a nut. Remember that.
That's why we had the intro. Exactly. What else do I have? The great state of Montana. I see this pop up all over the place now since Trump got elected. Is issuing or approving a bill for a Bitcoin strategic reserve. I've seen this in Texas too, and I think 2 more other states. What about the great state of Hawaii?
No such luck. No. As the great state of Hawaii is very, very blue, and they're too busy surfing and fishing to bother about any kind of gambling that their population is not allowed to engage in. So you talk to the average Joe here, onboarding's a bit of a bitch because they're like, oh, the Bitcoin is illegal in Hawaii, yeah? And I'm like, no, it's not. It's perfectly legal to invest in cryptocurrency, and decentralized finance is also fully available to you. Oh, okay. Then they go surfing again. So that's the end.
Nice.
Right. So that's not really happening. But what is happening? The SEC, is still alive. They're launching a new cyber unit to combat cryptocurrency fraud. And this is actually a real thing because this Bitcoin reserve that Trump intends to build, where everybody thought, oh, they're now going to start buying Bitcoin. No, they are ramping up their anti-fraud department to confiscate. That's how they built.
Question:
the reserve.
What about Richard's tweet about the DOJ is easing off, but the SEC is now ramping up? That's contradictory, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah. But this was in February. So, it's now April.
Well, the SEC is about to lose a fraud case against a certain
That's right.
part.
So we lost Rabbi. I can never. Rabbi. And with that, as a side effect, we also lost D-Bank because they are
owns
in
Rabbi,
cahoots.
by the way. No surprise. No surprise.
They're in cahoots. Oh, wow. Here's a young Toby One Hexobi on the show.
All right.
Young. Getting younger by the minute.
So I was always checking out the BankX wallet, and you see here, it only shows
nothing.
Hex on Ethereum anymore now. So no more Pulsechain. It's done. And we got a question here for Papa B.
Uh-oh.
Cointelegraph has a virus alert. A malware disguised as Microsoft Office add-ins is targeting crypto users with dangerous clipboard hijacking technique, according to Casper Sky. And Mr. Chainsurfer says, Bona Papa, which OS would you recommend to steer clear of this type of shit? It's very eloquently put, by the way.
Okay, so I'll just say really quick. If you're using a hardware wallet, you can operate safely in an unsecured system, in a system that's riddled with all this crap. However, if you are copy pasting things without checking what the product is after you paste, you run a risk that has nothing to do with hardware wallets or anything. And if you just clickety-click, you will send to the wrong address, and that will be the attacker getting your goodies in the easiest way possible. Now, hijacking the clipboard is, or inadvertently copy pasting something that is a residual that that maybe some buttons in certain applications, when you click on a contract address, for example, will actually override the clipboard. So when you copy paste and you don't check, you've actually pasted, let's say, the contract address. You send it to
that was the thing they fixed on Internet Money, right? Like there was an issue, and okay.
Well,
yeah.
it isn't. It was It was,
but
what
still,
it was.
it's an example of like.
It's an example. That, yeah,
right?
there was an issue there, but the question is, what OS? You know, if you want to strip down Linux box that you build from 0 to whatever, and you don't add anything like Microsoft Office onto it, then you would be much better off than what you got here. However, you've got to maintain and know Linux a little bit to be able to close all the backdoors and the holes and update it regularly. So you make sure there's no any vulnerabilities in Linux, because it does have vulnerabilities as well. It's not bulletproof. But then you don't have all these applications on it. Maybe just your laptop that you use for crypto, you don't have to put Office or anything on it like that. There's no need for that type of application.
Is MetaMask on Linux? Because I'm sure there's a Google Chrome for Linux. Or
the answer is MetaMask, to the best of my knowledge, does run on Linux, because Trezor runs on Linux. So I believe that you can run MetaMask. Somebody can correct me, but I
that
think
would
that
be a good setup then, right?
You can, but anyway, the point is that on a Linux box, your favorite flavor, there's so many different variants of Linux. Get to know it, run it. You can get an older machine because it's much more, it's a smaller footprint in terms of an OS. Yes. RH Max likes non-Windows.
Shout out to RH Max. He's in the chat. So before we get to the charts with Toby, we have a transitionary soundbite here, because Richard is installing the bidets, but if you want to really do a great thing for your girlfriend, boys in the chat, check this shit out.
Oh, I know where this is going.
This is every girl's dream poop place.
Dream poop place, did you say that? I think I have an issue with the end of this, though.
Wow. Black toilet paper so you don't see the shit. I didn't know about that one.
That's not healthy, though. You want to
wipe.
And then your hoo-ha becomes all black.
See the foot massage?
I think that there's some kind of eating that goes on here that I don't approve of. There's some snacking.
Like a charcuterie board.
Wow, I like this.
Here, that's for you, DJ.
Yeah, that's for me. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
guys, did he leave like cakes or something so you can actually eat while you shit? That's not right. It's not right.
What I think is that during the outrage marketing times, this is how Richard did his thing.
Yeah, that's what he should have done, exactly.
It is outrageous. Yeah.
But he got the bidet technique from Lowe's.
We lost Toby. His
lost
app
Toby.
mark.
Oh, there he is.
Sorry, I was just like, well, do you want the honest truth? Do you want the honest truth? What just happened there?
Yeah.
I turned to my lovely fiance and I said, I'm only on this motherfucker for 15 minutes, goddammit. I'm like, for the last 5, you've been distracting me in the kitchen with the dogs. Could you please?
Yeah.
We were watching Toilet Humor.
I'm not on edge at all.
Right, so let's now.
Damn restream. Here we are.
All right. Let me explain something.
Okay.
On day 16 of a 21-day cleanse, I'm on fucking edge. So everybody give me a break. I pulled out the shark hat to just piss off the plebs that are coming at me from the fucking woodwork lately. I don't know what that problem is all about, but hey, you know what? Love me or hate me. You're talking about me, dumbass. I'm not talking about you. So on to the charts. Hey, let's start with
what?
Bitcoin. I'll talk to you about in the green room. They don't deserve any airtime. But apparently I'm a terrible guy. Papa's a bad guy. I'm a bad guy. We'll talk about it later. Yeah, no shit. So big green arrows on the Bitcoin chart.
We love you on this show.
I thank you. I mean, at least there's two, right? At least there's 2-3 guys that love me. I'll take that.
I'm on the fence.
Me and Peter.
2.5.
No, honestly, it's like I've got my people that appreciate me, and I am eternally grateful for them. And that is honestly why I continue to do it, because the negative stuff always sticks with you longer than the positive. Like, you can have one negative asshole and then 100 really positive, supportive comments, and then that one will just kind of gnaw at you a little. So it's like, the one thing I've learned more than anything, being in the crypto space and like as exposed as I've been on the internet over the last 5 years, is to be less reactive to that shit, because it's people on the internet bloviating about whatever, typically very uninformed, and sometimes they're just bad trolls. They're just not funny.
And
so,
typically just avatars with not even.
Oh yeah, I mean, most of them are anons.
Some people do it to piss you off, like me, you know.
and it got a striking.
But you're funny, dude. Like, that's the difference. It's like, I can't remember. There used to be a troll that was around, and he would pop up in every stream that I would be on. Papa probably remembers him. And
hate watching.
I can't remember.
Let's not say the name.
But whatever. No, he was funny, and it's like, and actually we got to have like a good rapport after a while. But his trolling was funny.
Yeah, he's active again, which is why I'm saying let's not say the name. Let's.
I liked him. I liked him. I can't remember. Tell me later. All right. So to the charts.
Bitcoin.
So this is the giant white ascending parallel channel that we've been in Bitcoin since 2012. Please leave. Sorry.
Damn.
You all understand what it's like. She already left. I was just all right. If I talk to her like that, what you would see is her running over here and smacking me in the mouth. So it's like, that's absolutely not real. So anyhow, ascending parallel channel all the way back to time in memoriam, way back in the Chattahoochee on Bitcoin. We topped in January, right around the inauguration, as we were all kind of predicting, or as I was predicting at least, that we would have a run up there. This fractal that is here actually is like this. Like, if we were going to follow the fractal precisely in a 4-year repeating pattern, it topped first in April and then again in November. So that is what it was. But we determined pretty quickly that it was basically a left translated cycle with the way the tops happened. And if you look here, I can maybe make this a little darker because I know there's a lot going on, you know. It's an ADHD brain. See the fractal here? Look at this. Top. Oh, where are we? Right there in the fractal. What's the fractal also hit? Say it at home with me. The midline, this dash diagonal line that's coming up, that's right in the middle of this white channel. We found support of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. These are 3-day candles. So 21 days, we bounced off of that midline, and that happens to coincide with the fractal. In 2021, we had a pullback of around 28%. Just trust me on it. I don't want to draw the measure and move thing. But from there to there, it was about 28%. I called it. I said we might wick down to about 73,000 or 69,000. We might get that low. We didn't get quite that low. I think we wicked down to like 73,900, something like that was the low. So we were close, not quite. Doesn't say we're out of the woods yet, but here's what the fractal does after this. Up and to the right, a little correction, up and to the right. And then, like, basically, if we were going to follow exactly the 4-year pattern and repeat the cycle of last time, we would double top with the second top being slightly higher. I think what's going to happen is that we're going to work our way up after we finally establish a bottom. It could be another month down here before we finally start to curl up, and all the kerfuffle over the tariffs, the fear mongering by the mainstream media, all the anti-Trump shit, because it's like the guy can't walk across the street and somebody not complain about it. It's the art of the deal. Look at all the smart guys. How many times did you hear me talk about the art of the deal? Look at Bill Ackman. Look at all the really smart guys now pointing out, oh, it's the art of the deal. It's like, no shit. It's like idiot Toby Wan on freaking crypto Twitter has been talking about it for years. This is Trump's methodology. He asks for the moon. He gets people to capitulate. He gets them back closer to where he'd actually like to be. That's what's happening. We're watching.
Are we still campaigning for him? Let's move it.
When it starts dropping to people's bottom lines.
But is there a way to do it without all of us losing our last shirt?
Well, but I mean, are you selling now?
No.
Right,
never
exactly.
Selling.
Price only matters twice.
But
it's
somebody
like
must have been selling.
This is the thing they play on. Papa, and you'll agree with this. This is the thing that they play on. People's emotions. If they started every broadcast by the only time it matters is when you're buying and when you're selling, then everything else would be moot. but they want you to look at your portfolio value. Paper value doesn't fucking matter. If you're ready to sell, it matters. If you're ready to buy, it matters.
What the heck?
Toby, when is it supposed to? When is it destined to peak? What's the time?
Well, so what it's saying here, if we follow that same fractal and do that double peak situation, it's looking like around August, because it's now a left translated cycle. So instead of it being November, it could be as early as August. My speculation is that we don't stop there. We're not going to stop and not break this white pattern, this white parallel channel, this cycle. I think that would be a big fail for Bitcoin. If all we got up to is 114K and then it rolls over for the next 4 years, and then we come down here around the bottom, around 65K, and then curve back up and rinse and repeat, and we're doing it again in 28, 29. I don't think that is a win for Bitcoin. It is a big ask, though, because we have never broken the top line of this channel. So, but if we do, the measured move, which we've talked about repeatedly for months and months and months now, puts us up around 200K. So I think what's more likely, and what we've seen in previous patterns, like here's the double top in 21. If you go all the way back, trust me, I'm not going to zoom in on this shit like back in 17, 18. This was a blow off top. Like if you can see this little guy right here.
Yeah, that's what we want.
That's what it did forever. Like if you go all the way back to the beginning, there were blow off tops. And I think that's probably what we'll return to. So this is just going to be a bump on the way to the blow off top at 200K. Yes. Then we roll over. Then we start testing the top of this channel, and maybe dip back into the mid, maybe get back down to 100K, and then over the next bear cycle, maybe deeper. Maybe we get back to 70K. I don't see that happening because that's the peak before the peak. Normally, you just go back and test the previous peak. So we'll see what happens. So I'm thinking we run up late summer, fall, big blow off top. We start rolling over. In the same time frame, maybe a month lagging like it did last time, we can jump over and look at ETH real quick first, and then we'll go back and do the RH stuff. ETH looks like absolute dog shit right now. So, we were looking at this fractal that was back in February that I laid this in, and it totally broke down from that. So ETH is really undervalued in my opinion. I don't know if you heard me or my mic was muted when I was pulling my charts up, but I was like, hey, like as soon as I saw this. But yeah, ETH is super undervalued in my opinion. I think we start moving back up pretty soon. As soon as Bitcoin starts to move up, then all of the FUD around ETH and like just the people that are manipulating the price down, in my opinion, are going to get liquidated. Basically, I think there's going to be a lot of being liquidated.
Can I interject something real quick? Because I'm always looking at the stock to flow model, and this is Bitcoin again. And what you see on this version of it, there's the Plan B version, and there's the other one. This is the other one.
Plan B? Somebody getting an abortion?
Yes.
And what you see here, can I enhance? Okay.
My portfolio is having an abortion.
What you see there at the bottom, this green line, you see, which is going towards Goblin Town. This is the furthest away it has ever been in its history from the actual model calculations. So what we are going through at the moment...
Is this a chart of the DEI hires in the U.S. government?
No.
I just saw the rainbow.
That's rainbow.
This is the Bitcoin stock to flow. So this is not normal what we're going through right now, is what I'm trying to tell you guys.
I agree. So I think, personally, I feel like we have a lot of levers that are being pulled. And Papa and I talked about this the other night. In the past, before social media was such a part of our everyday lives, mainstream media was doing the same thing. They were manipulating the masses, on both sides, right? Like whoever could inject as much capital as possible into mainstream media, they use that to propagandize the American populace, right? The difference is now they got all these little megaphoners out there, all these influencers, all these people parroting what the mainstream media is putting out. Some are paid, some are not. Some just jump on the bandwagon for clicks and views, and or because they want to look right. It's like virtue signaling, like a thing that's not really real. So that's the world we live in right now, and all of that makes the volatility more, which the mainstream media guys behind the scenes are, jumping up and down and cheering for. So what I'm thinking is all this stuff will play out because eventually it'll be undeniable. Just like with the RH core stuff, it's like once we start racing up and start approaching new all-time highs on stuff, it will be undeniable. You will not, oh my God, you will not be able to contain the Hexican obnoxiousness, and you certainly won't be able to contain Richard. Richard's going to do fucking victory laps like you've never seen. He's going to be doing burnouts in his G-Wagon, shaking his ass out the window. It's going to be insane. And strap in, because then there's going to be a whole nother crop of haters. But guess what? They're not going to hate green candles, and they're going to fucking FOMO in too.
Because green candles, can we move on to the core coins, please?
Yeah, let's do it. All right. So we're at 4:02. Let's see if we can knock this out in 8 minutes. All right. So HEX. If you want to, you can put a little E on the front of it. But, to me, in my heart of hearts, it's the one and only. It's the original Hex. It's the baby boy. It's Richard's firstborn. If you're paying attention, there was a tweet just this week from RH about Ethereum.
Yes.
And he was specifically talking about
HEX.
HEX. Right. So, case in point, boom, argument over. Anybody fuck right off that thought Richard abandoned and no longer cares for HEX. It's out there now. Just everybody, please, let's never have that fucking argument again. I like them both. I keep them both. I buy which one I think is the better deal. What we were looking at a couple weeks ago, I was off last week for some parental duties. And what we were looking at here, we have the big descending white channel, just like we had the ascending channel with Bitcoin. We have the descending channel with Hex, all the way back to all-time high. We're working our way up this yellow channel in the middle, trying to get back up to the top of the white channel and maybe break it. We broke down. So then a few weeks back, we discovered, hey, it looks like we got another descending channel going this way. Maybe it'll give us an idea of some support on our way down, because it was getting a little dicey, right? We had this big sell-off from beginning of March down to here. What's really funny is, like, it was March of last year that we had the capitulation tweet basically from Richard. So oddly enough, March, beware the Ides of March. March was real ugly. And then we started bouncing here. And then I was saying, hey, that's where I drew my little green squiggles. I'm like, ideally, if we can work our way back up to the midline, back down, maybe top of the orange channel, a little dipsy doodle, come up here, try to get back into the yellow channel, dipsy doodle, up here, tap the white, off the yellow, and then boom, we go. And then what's the timeline? August, September. If you recall, I was just talking about Bitcoin, second top or breaking the previous all-time high of 110K, August, September. So, it would make sense to me that maybe that's when we start making our run and our blow off here and our breakout. Might take a little while to play out. We've come down considerably from where we were measuring before. So now we're looking at a target of a breakout measured move of the white channel to take us to about 6 cents. Previously, I think we were looking at around 13. So, but that doesn't mean that's where it's got to stop, right? I mean, it could go substantially higher. You don't really know how high it could go from there. We'd have to start looking at supports and resistances from way back when we were in the 5 to 7 cent range. So what's really nice to see here is we didn't quite get the V-shaped bottom turnaround, but we have, for the last 2 weeks, ping, 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 ping. And this is a 3-day chart again. So literally for the last 14 days, we've bounced off the bottom of this orange channel. So that's confirming to me that this is legit. You don't have anywhere to really look at for resistance until you get to the midline up around 0018, and then further up to the 21 EMA, which is going to be around 002122, depending on where it is by the time we get up that. So I'm thinking we're going to find some resistance in this region. That's not only resistance on the white descending parallel channel, it's also on this new orange channel, more localized channel. It crosses right there. So I'm saying maybe in the next week and a half, we should see some resistance right here. Hopefully if we continue to push north, and hopefully we can break that and start working our way up. So that's looking promising to me.
5 minute mark, 5 minutes for 4 more coins. Let's go.
Oh yeah, that's easy. This is easy because it's all the same shit. Boom, looky here. We have a breakdown, comes back up. This is P-Hex, same situation, descending channel that it's working in. Instead of being supported within it, it is underneath it trying to get back in. So that's also good. So we're finding some resistance at the bottom here. We're at 0055. If we can break that, you're looking at the midline of that channel and the 21 EMA at 0081. Moving along to Pulse. I found this little uptrend channel last night, just kind of taking a peek at the charts. The bigger chart you can see here, I got the daily on. Let's go 3-day. So yeah, so we had the big dumperoonie in March down here, found ourselves a new all-time low. Oddly enough, that matches up with a previous all-time low trend line back here in August of 23. So feeling pretty good about that. We wicked below it, but closed above it. I drew this other yellow channel in case we were going to trend off of this first wick low down. So, I mean, there is a possibility that we roll over and, we get way down yonder. But, at this point, it doesn't look like it. We're having a nice recovery. So basically what you're looking at here with this little uptrend in this little yellow bouncy channel is healthy and good and looks strong to me. So I think that, we're finding a lot of resistance. I mean, look how many times it's pinged off that quadruple 024. 1, 2, 3, 4 3-day candles. That's 12 days, almost 2 weeks of bouncing off of that. And we're right on the midline of this new channel. So if we can get ourselves back above this, start working our way back up, I'd expect some resistance around quadruple 028 and then on up to a quadruple 032, which would coincide with the 21 EMA. Play this back on half speed if I'm going too fast for you on the replay gang. All right, moving right along, Pulse X. All right. So again, this was one of the stronger patterns that we'd seen in a while. We got a little nervous here when we started to break out of our triangle and we're like, oh God, are we going to go way down here to the bottom of the orange channel? And where did we bounce? See that blue diagonal line? That is the midline, which is just like a top and bottom line of a channel. Boing, like a really nice rejection off of that one. Really nice. This is the weekly. Let me go to the 3-day and you can see there, we didn't even hit it twice. We hit it one time and big wick up. Big hanging man doji right there, nice reversal candle. And then we're trying to get back into our little triangle. And if we can get back into that and work our way along, where do we end up? Somewhere between September to November. Maybe we get our breakout of the orange channel on Pulse X. So if you want a little hopium, see where that's going.
Oh, nice.
Boom. We're looking at 5X, 6X SAC. So, that would be the measured move on the orange channel. If we can get ourselves up and above this, that's also the measured move of the triangle, in case you're wondering, if you're playing along at home. Ink, the clown of the family, the baby. This one has held up remarkably well. I was really hoping for a buying opportunity way down here in the 43-cent range again. But we've held pretty solid here along the bottom of this orange channel. The full measured move would have taken us down to those lows, but it doesn't look like we're going to head there right now. It looks like we're consolidating on the bottom of this orange channel and starting to curve back up. Similar situation. We're trying to get above that 21 EMA, which coincides with the yellow ascending channel, and that would be some resistance around $1.60. You're going to look at some psychological resistance and another horizontal support around $2 mark that also coincides with the 55 EMA. And then if we can curl our way back up to the midline and to the top line of the yellow descending channel, the midline of the top line of the descending orange channel, midline of the ascending yellow channel, right here where it crosses, that's around 330. Lots of price action in that area. If we can get above that, then boom, we're gonna run. So if you want some super hopium, basically what we would do is we would take this right here and we'd be like, hey, what's that guy?
And that signals time up, Toby. Come on.
And wait, you want the number? You want the number for August, September? $35.
Yes.
Yay, we won. We did it.
Depends on Rackham.
You know what? I predict without any expectations or any financial advice that we've got very positive charts ahead in the upcoming months. And I even think that Somi would agree with me if he were here.
Mr. Papa Boner?
Yes, Somi. See, I told you.
Wow.
So some people are fans of fractals and others are people of parabolas.
Yay.
Check this out.
Parabolas.
Parabolas.
So your man in 2016 versus your man now in 25. And
you are here.
The measured move of that is $2 million Bitcoin. Wow.
Woo!
No financial advice.
All right. Get us out of here.
So it's been fun.
Fuck this shit. Let's get out.
Fuck this shit. Let's get out.
Holy shit. Let's get out.
Sorry, it was too upbeat for Peter. I should have had some more
narratives for him. The caffeine levels, Alan Fizame. Once again, thank you for the Supra chat memberships to all you guys is supporting us. Also, what you do get as a perk for being a What the Heck Supra member is a special place in our heart, and you get all the Richard Hart Corecoin logo emojis in your YouTube chat, you know, and which you may or may not be able to spam in other channels too. We have not had a confirmation of that just yet. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Smash the likes, follow up, and we see you guys on the next one. Outro.